So in this room, this is called our wood room or our mud room if you want to refer to it as a mud room. And back here I keep a lot of my plants for the house. Now many of you may recognize this giant plant here. This is indeed an aloe vera plant. Now historically in this time period, this is a great plant to have around the house because burns might be a little more common in this time period because you are working with fire and with stoves on a daily basis. So you can simply just break off a piece of aloe and use the nice inside to rub on a burn. And I've noticed when I use this in the house during the summer, if I put this on right away, the burn is actually much better in a very short amount of time. So it does actually work and it's actually really great. Out here at this museum, of course, we do like to bring in as many historical things as possible. So for my landscaping here at the Tangen House, I do like to bring in historic flowers and historic things that you would see in a garden in this time period. So earlier this year, I purchased a heritage rose from 1868 that I plan to actually plant outside this porch next to this room. And it is a beautiful purple rose that I've actually brought home, so I know it'll be taken care of during some uncertain times of whether or not I can get to work. So I'm very excited to get to be able to come back out here in the summer, plant that rose, and have it climb on a nice little trellis that I have planned over here. So if you want to come see that later on in the summer, please do. So last fall in 2019, it is seed saving time. So all the flowers around the yard at the Tangen House here that I have had, I actually tried to collect seeds from, and it was very time consuming. All of them have different methods to save the seeds because the seeds appear in a variety of ways. So I have 5 different seeds here that I saved last fall. My favorite of them are the sunflower seeds, which I was actually able to get about an 8 and 9 foot sunflower last year, which I thought was very fun, and so I was able to save a lot of them. This is a variety called Autumn Beauty, and I'm planning on planting this again over by the chicken coop in the yard, which is really great. The chickens love the seeds as they fall from the flower, as they wilt, and then once they dry out enough, I'm able to save those seeds and plant them again next year. Another type of seed that I've saved over the course of the last summer are hollyhocks, which is of course a favorite of very many people. They look different from the sunflowers, as you can tell. Now our hollyhocks actually grow by our outhouse here at the Tangen House. You often saw hollyhocks planted next to the outhouse. Now these are actually biannual, so they will only flower every other year, but I have actually planted the seeds so that I get blooms every year. So when it's one flower's off year, the other seeds will take over and bloom there as well. Now I did mention earlier that in this time period, sometimes you saw people plant their hollyhocks next to their outhouse. Now there is a reason for that. So oftentimes we think of Victorians as maybe a little prude and uptight. In certain ways that's true. They do like to have a lot of fun. But sometimes it's strange to ask, hey, can I see where your outhouse is when you need to use the restroom? So instead of having to phrase something like that, you might ask to see, oh, can I go see your hollyhocks? And then it's a little bit easier of a transition to get from the house to the outhouse without having to say why you need to go there.